A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities.
Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team. And so they'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
From the gun, it's Stewart. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
They wanted to get him going early in this one because, remember, he struggled throwing the football last week, and he's firing away to start this one. But that one was incomplete.
Cougar 19.
They'll try the left side. Graves. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, right?
Stewart.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 18.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Cowboy 80.
And they'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
The Vikings had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
Throwing now, Stewart.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
It's a gain of 20.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
70 Timberwolf. Ready.
Stewart sets to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Perez.
You look at this Steeler defense.
They've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5. They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Here's Stewart to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Let's go now. Bronco 80.
Play action. Stewart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready? 18 cards. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Back to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down and driving already to come make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone?
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 22 and a first down. 31-yard line.
They'll run here with a rookie.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, here's Smith again.
Nice little juke. 11 yards there, first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
A handoff as they run the kick. And he lost the football. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line. Could have been a costly
costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. He's still in search of his first rushing touchdown of the year, but not on that play.
I just wonder if he has some frustration starting to build a little bit because he hasn't gotten into the end zone. Has to just stay calm, stay within himself, just let it happen.
Here comes third and the length of the football.
Let's go.
On the carry, here's Smith. A stop there on third that could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
If I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on third down.
We're scoreless after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the posts. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go now. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Graves. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2 yards.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
This is 2nd and 8.
Get it? 60 Maverick. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Take go.
Now again, right side. It's Graves. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Ready? 70 Lions.
Throwing out of the shotgun, it's Stewart. Open man, that's Felton. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain.
I'll give him credit there. Nice job on the drag route. Bring the receiver across the field, hoping he can catch it in stride and turn it up. He's able to do just that, although he's just a little bit short of the first down.
Track. 19, start.
To throw is Stewart. Operating from the gun. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Throw left side complete. That's Perez. So he stopped for no gain. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10.
Go. Bronco 80.
Going to go play action. Here's Stewart. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. Panther 60. Panther 60. Crutch.
Operating from the gun, Stewart. And that is incomplete.
Coverage awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Vikings send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice in meetings talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
2nd and 9. Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
This is fielded at the 27. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Deputy! Viking 18! Cougar 19! Ready?
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Vikings
creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 70 Lions. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Looking to throw. Stewart. That's down the field for Jefferson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Buffalo 18. Ready, ready.
They'll look to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. By a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have.
And this will be caught at the 30. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Morris. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's taken in by Golden. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll go empty backfield now on 3rd and a yard.
60 Eagles, Dragon 60.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Hold it ready. Here we go, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. You ready to spin? You ready to spin?
Now Stewart, a final shot before break. That's going to be caught. He's to the 15. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. Going after here, coming up.
For the extra point.
And they're back winning the field goal. It's 10-7 now. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. Powering his way forward. Not some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
takes it inside the 40. 61 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Well, you certainly have to give them a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Second down in the yard.
Here we go, sack. 72.
Looking to throw. Morris. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. In motion comes the tight end left. They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, Cardinal. Hey, Cardinal.
Throwing to start the drive. Stewart. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Stewart down. Off play action. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Let's go now. 60 by 6.
They'll run on 1st down. Graves. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Ready? Panther 60. Panther 60. Go.
Running left is Edwards. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Ready?
Here's Stewart. From the gun, he'll throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
3rd and
6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here we go. Start.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Ready? 70 Lions. Ready?
Edwards now on 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
In his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turn the ball over. Terrible.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 13-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And no luck at all to start this drive as they're going to drop him behind the line for a 2nd straight play.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw. Morris. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 40-yard punt, giving 3 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, they go to Edwards. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And remember, this is a running back that fumbled on the previous drive, but fortunately for them, nothing came of it. And I think when that happens, sometimes coaches can lean a little more on forgive and forget. So he's right back out there and running again.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Ready, ready. Bronco 80. Ready.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he's going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely do they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a 1st down.
Get it. Panther 60, Panther 60.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Tag. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Bronco 80.
To the right side, this is Edwards. And a solid run down inside the 30. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Here we go, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
On 2nd down, there's a keeper by the QB. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd
Cougar
down.
19. 19 Lion.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Come on, come on.
Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
At the line of scrimmage.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready, ready?
Off play action. Stewart. Wide open receiver complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have taken a 4th quarter lead. They're going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Inside handoff, Smith. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
There's no rest to my shutting down. Whenever I got your money out, believe what I got, put money down. I'm betting the odds on all the bush. I do it for all of my people now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
On for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
Oh, this one is no good. Fairbairn hangs it out to the right. And that will keep this a 4-point game. Just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Go.
Again, it's Edwards. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Ready.
2nd and 9.
Get it. Bronco 80. Cowboy.
Well, it looks like they'll move things around here.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Morris. He's going to let it fly. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. He's back to throw. That's to Golden. He's got it right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
38-yard line.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. It is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. A short one there to Fairview. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's Freiermuth again. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
We go from sorry inside to ready to grab up, then get to the front. I want the money, the cash, the moolah, the bag, the currency stacking it up. We want the freedom to live and the freedom to have the things
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Come on, set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. You gotta bump this out.
Finding Edwards. He's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 31-yard line.
Damn, I miss you, Chester.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
Cougar 19.
Back to throw. Pass complete to Edwards. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Okay, ready?
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Viking 18. Viking 18.
They'll look to throw. That is caught. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Go.
Stewart. And he's got this to Jefferson. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout,
A gain of 26
as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. He can really smell 800 catches right now, because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. Throwing now, Stewart. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Here comes 2nd down.
Get it. 70 Timberwolves.
Stewart sets to throw. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they pulled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here's 1st down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Well, they had one final chance here on the kick return, but no chance on the other side that they were going to let him navigate all the way to the end zone, Charles. And that ends up being the final play in this one.
Yeah, you're right about that. Special